So now is the, I think, third day that I am trying to vlog with the Sony RX100 VII, and today I want to try something that I did in the last year already, beginning last year, is to work with SLog as a how to say category and picture profile. The issue was at that time that I did not have ND filters, and SLog 2 requires on the Sony RX100 an ISO of 800, so it's very difficult to make shutter speeds that are, how to say it, looking nice on video. But since now I have the, how to say, ND filter, now a variable ND filter from NiSi, I think I can venture into this again. The exposure is manual, the color, how to say, the picture profile is SLog 2 and the color mode is ITU 709 matrix, and I'm trying to expose as good as possible manually. Now it's manually exposed with, I think, +1 or +2, yeah, and ISO 800. As for the white balance, it's also important that it's not automatic. I use this time this little tool where you can just like put in front of the lens and then put the white balance according to the scene that you're shooting, and not an object or a car that gets indirect light. And as I understood, this is supposed to make it even nicer, and we will see that in the edit. In the end, my goal is still to have like the perfect 1-inch combination of cameras. Can also be just one camera, for example the Sony RX100 VII, but very well understood, working as my main camera for filming. But on the other hand, the DJI Pocket 3 has such a nice smooth footage and also such high quality pictures. It just looks very nice, and I'm really curious whether Sony will come up with something to, how to say, upgrade the 1-inch series of products they had, like the AX700, the ZV-1, the RX100, and also the, I think, RX0 series, this not action cam but like this small cube with a 1-inch sensor in it. This would be very nice. Now this will be a very nice how to say exposure test, how SLog 2 works with high contrast exposure with the sun in the back. It's still exposed manually to, how to say, the landscape, but now my face is in the dark, and yeah, let's see how this looks. Very odd weather right now. It's like end of January and it's now 10-15 degrees, something around that. So it's extremely mild, but very bearable for a walk, and it feels very fresh. As you can maybe also hear, it's quite windy, but for staying outside it's really nice, and you can see lots of people are enjoying the very mild winter weather that we have currently right now. Okay, and now we are in the forest. I adapted a little bit the white balance to the forest, and the exposure is a bit made with the same principle, plus 1.3 or 1.7 outside, I have zebras at 70 and my face is a little bit zebra-ish, so I think it should be pretty nice. On the display though, it looks a little bit too warm compared to how it really is outside here, so yeah, but on the other hand, if it works, why not? And now I remove the ND filter. The problem is that I cannot see like the general exposure on the histogram. And on the histogram I can see it a little bit, but I can't see it like the exposure meter, which tells me if it's +1 or something, because on the flipped screen the exposure data is in the back, and so it's hidden behind the camera and I cannot see it. So yeah, now I think I will slowly walk home and cut all of this together as a little bit this weekend's vlog, and I'm curious to see the results, how nice the exposure went. This is my first time like trying to make video with manual exposure and mostly exposuring with the histogram and the zebras, and I'm quite curious about the result, whether I was somehow able to do something that works and how it looks compared to the standard profile pictures that I usually use with this camera. Okay, and see you another day.